Today I've got a pretty good assortment of projects going on. I have some Webflow work for a client, some design work for a client. I hired my first freelancer, so I'm working on an internal video project for some of my video case studies that will be coming out on YouTube. I'm redesigning my Red Panther website, or refreshing it, so I have some design work there to do, and then I've also got a meeting with a contract company at 2 today, so looking forward to that and learning more about what they're looking for. And then I've also got a YouTube video that I'm going to record that's for one of my case studies for a client that I recently built a website for. So not every day has an assortment of projects going on like this. Sometimes it's just one project and you're doing that the whole day, but because I've got, a lot of different things going on, I figured this would be a good day to record. So I just got word that a freelancer that I had hired just submitted some work for an animation that we're doing for some case studies. So real briefly, just to describe what I was looking for, this is the file that I provided to the freelancer. This was a 3D animation that I had created, and then what I was looking for the freelancer to do was put a 2D animation of a panther on top of this. This was actually my first freelance hire, and although I can't really show you much for privacy reasons here, I can show you the animation. I have not seen it yet, so I'm a little bit nervous just because this is my first hire, and it seems like a lot of money, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is not where I want it to be. It's not to the level that I want it to be at, and we're kind of at a max. We're at a max time allotted for the project, and I'm sure he doesn't want to keep working on the project. It's not to the quality I want, and I can't use this. So this is my first reaction, so I'm a little bit disappointed right now, but I think right now it's just important to make sure that if I have to pay a little extra to make it worthwhile, or if I have to gather the files and have myself finish it, I still have to figure that out, but I think we're getting there. So I still get nervous for just about every meeting that I go into. It's a lot less nervous than I used to be, but there's still some nerves. And one thing that's really helped me is some advice that I got from Peyton Clark Smith's sales course. And he said, before you go into the meeting, tell yourself, I don't need this client. I don't need it. Because if you go in telling yourself you need it, you're probably going to say yes to things that you probably shouldn't, and you're probably going to take on the project for cheaper than you actually want to. Hey! Yeah, I've kind of hesitated to switch over to Windows 11. I feel like I'm going to run into issues like that. Could you tell me a little bit about your team, design team, or what the marketing team is like there? Can you talk a little bit about what exactly you would be doing and the marketing associate you have versus what we would be doing on the design front? Perfect. Yeah, well, thank you for taking the time here. I will get this sent over to you, and look forward to hearing from you later on. So I just had my client meeting, and that went pretty well. Now I'm just out here enjoying this absolutely beautiful 18-degree Minnesota weather. We had a really, really nice fall, so I'm not going to complain, but it kind of stinks out here. I use Clockify for all my time tracking. I'd highly recommend it. It's really easy to categorize things by client and by project, and super easy to switch on and off. So I've given this panther animation a little bit more thought about what I'm going to do with it, and I think I'm just going to take it and finish it myself. I'll just pay the pay the full fee. I'm like $900 down on the project. I'm glad I'm not $9,000 into the project. I'll just take my losses and learn what I can from the project, and hopefully, you know, not make some of the same mistakes in the future. The animation's just not ready to publish right now, and I would like to get some of these case studies up on my YouTube channel, and I think the best way forward is just for me to finish this and then hopefully learn from my mistakes of hiring my first freelancer. I was never expecting this to be like a Hollywood quality animation, especially not for, you know, under $1,000. That's ridiculous to expect that. But I was originally expecting a 2D animation, and again, I think there's just some miscommunication, and I, you know, as much as I could point the finger, I need to learn from my mistakes and be a lot more clear in my expectations. So it ended up turning out to be a 3D animation. What I'm really curious about is the rigging of this panther, because the rigging is really what's going to drive everything. And yeah, so there's no inverse kinematic setup. I'm going to do my best just to clean it up a little bit here, and then I'll kind of show you the result once I'm done. I'm rendering out the animation right now, and it's looking a little bit better than what I previously had. It's a lot less choppy. It's not Hollywood quality animation, but I think it's gonna do the job. And in all honesty, I need to get these case studies out there just because they've been on my plate for so long. So I think I'm just gonna go with this animation that I've created. Hopefully it's okay. If I have to go back and redo it in the future, I will, but I think that's good. Right now I'm just about to record a case study for Noetic, a company that I built a website for, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. All right. In this video, I'm going to show you a recent website that I did for a startup company. We did web design, webflow development,